I thought I was just grabbing my math notebook, but I walked in on something that ruined my entire family. Okay, so I go to a pretty normal high school, nothing fancy. I'm a junior, 17, kind of average grades, not super popular, but not invisible either. Just somewhere in the middle. My name's Josh. I live with my mom, my dad, and my little sister Chloe. She's 9 and obsessed with unicorns and slime videos. My dad works in IT, mostly from home. He's kind of quiet, but funny in this super dry way. I always thought he was the kind of guy who'd never lie to anyone. My school, it's your typical public high school, gum under the desks, weird stains in the cafeteria, and a fire drill every time someone microwaves pizza rolls. But there was one teacher, Mrs. Carter. Now every guy had a crush on Mrs. Carter. She was my English teacher. Young, super pretty, maybe mid-30s, always dressed really classy but never boring. She'd play indie music in class and talk to us like we were real people, not just annoying students. Everyone wanted to be in her class, and not just because of how she looked. She actually made us care about books. Like, who does that anyway? This whole thing started on a Thursday. I had left my math notebook in my locker and needed it for homework. My last class had ended around 4 p.m. But I had walked home with my friends like usual and realized the notebook was still in my locker. I was freaking out because we had a quiz the next day and my notes were basically the only thing that would save me. So I told my mom I was running back to school to grab it. She was cooking dinner, didn't really care, just said, "Be back before dark." When I got to school, was kinda weird, super quiet, almost no cars in the parking lot. I guess most people had gone home, but some teachers stayed late grading or whatever. The front doors were unlocked, which honestly surprised me. I figured I'd just grab my notebook and dip. My locker is on the second floor, right near the English classrooms. I was halfway up the stairs when I heard voices. Not just any voices, one of them sounded really familiar. I stopped walking and listened. It was coming from down the hall, from Mrs. Carter's room. Now look, I'm not a creep or anything, but something about the way they were talking. It was low, quiet, almost like whispering. And they definitely weren't talking about school stuff. I moved closer. The door was cracked open. That's when I saw it. Mrs. Carter was standing really close to someone, and that someone was my dad. At first, my brain couldn't even process it. I thought, no, that's not him. That's just someone who looks like him. But then he turned, full face. It was my dad, and he was smiling, laughing, touching her hand. I froze. I felt like I got punched in the stomach. You know that feeling when your body knows something awful before your brain does? Yeah, I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. Then she said, "You should go before someone sees." And he said, "Relax, no one's here. Besides, I missed you. Missed you." I backed away slowly, didn't even grab my notebook. I ran down the stairs and out of the school as fast as I could. I felt like I was gonna throw up. When I got home, dinner was on the table. My dad wasn't back yet. My mom was joking with Chloe, stirring the pasta. Everything felt fake. I sat down, didn't say a word. Then my dad walked in cool as ever, hung his coat, kissed my mom on the cheek, and sat down like he didn't just completely destroy our family 5 minutes ago. I was shaking. I couldn't eat. I kept looking at him, wondering how long. How long had this been going on? And why? Why her? Why my teacher? After dinner, I went straight to my room. I didn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling for hours. The next few days were hell. I couldn't focus in class. I couldn't look Mrs. Carter in the eye. And my dad, every time he talked to me, I felt sick. Started avoiding him, faking sleep, leaving early. One night, he knocked on my door. Okay, but I almost snapped. I wanted to scream, "You cheated on Mom." But I didn't. I just mumbled, tired, and waited for him to go away. Then something weird happened. At school the next day, Mrs. Carter pulled me aside after class. "Hey Josh," she said softly. "You seem distracted lately. Everything okay?" I stared at her. She looked normal, calm, like nothing had happened. "Yeah, just tired," I said. My voice cracked a little. She gave me this look like she knew I knew. But she didn't say anything else, just nodded and let me go. After that, I couldn't take it anymore. That Friday night, I waited until everyone was asleep. Then I snuck into the kitchen, grabbed my dad's phone off the counter. I don't even know what I was looking for. Proof, a confession. I unlocked it. He always used the same code. I opened his text. At first, nothing. Then I saw the name C, not Caroline or Mrs. Carter, just C. I opened the thread, and there it was. FLIRTY texts. Plans to meet. A picture of her hand holding his. One message said, "Can't stop thinking about that night in the classroom. I couldn't breathe." I took a screenshot. Then 2. Then 10. I knew what I had to do. The next morning, I asked him if we could go for a drive, just me and him. He seemed surprised but agreed. We went to this park near our house and sat in the car. Then I said it. "I saw you at school with Mrs. Carter." His face went blank. Then he laughed like a nervous, awkward chuckle. "What are you talking about?" I looked him straight in the eyes. "I saw you. I heard what you said. I have the screenshots." That's when his whole face changed. He didn't yell. He didn't deny it. He just sat there. Then he said, "It wasn't supposed to go this far." He told me it started when she needed help with her laptop. He came in to fix it. They talked, and things just happened. He said he didn't mean for it to become what it did. That he still loved Mom. That he was just confused. I told him I wasn't going to lie for him. That he either told Mom, or I would. He begged me. Said it would ruin everything. Said Chloe was too young to understand. Said I was too young to understand. I got out of the car. I walked home alone. And that night, I sent the screenshots to my mom. No message, just the photos. 10 minutes later, I heard shouting. Screaming. Crying. Then silence. That was 4 months ago. My dad moved out. He's living with his brother now. My mom cried for days. Chloe still doesn't understand why Dad isn't home. As for Mrs. Carter, she stopped showing up. We had a sub for a few weeks. Then a letter went out saying she had resigned. No one knows why, but I do. People still whisper about it at school, but no one knows I was involved. Not really. Sometimes I wonder, did I do the right thing? I broke up my family. I shattered my little sister's world. I exposed something that maybe would have gone away on its own. But then I remember the way my mom looked when she found out. Not angry, not shocked, just heartbroken. And I know the truth. He did that, not me. If you ever find yourself in a situation like mine, just know doing the right thing doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it hurts more than anything. But at least you can look yourself in the mirror and know you didn't stay silent.